พุทธังสรณังคัจฉามิธัมมังสรณังคัจฉามิสังฆังสรณังคัจฉามิอิติปิโสภะคะวะอะระหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธวิชชาจรณะสัมปันโนสุขโตโลกวิทูอนุตตโรปุริสธรรมมาสาราธิสัทธาเทวมนุสธานังพุทโธภควาติวิชชาจรณะสัมปันโนสวากขาโตภควตาธัมโมสันทิติโกอากาลิโกโอหิปัสสิโกโอปนายโกปัจจตังเวทิตาโพวินยุติวิชชาจรณะสัมปันโนสุปฏิปันโนภะคะวะโตสาวกสังโฆยายาปฏิปันโนภะคะวะโตสาวกสังโฆสามีจิปฏิปันโนภะคะวะโตสาวกสังโฆยะทิตังจัตตาริปุริสายุคานิอัตปุริสบุคลาเอสะภะคะวะโตสาวกสังโฆอาหุนายโยปาหุนายโยทักขินายโยอัญชลิการณิโยอนุตตรังปุญญเขตังโลกัสสาติวิชชาจรณะสัมปันโนวิชชาจรณะสัมปันโนวิชชาจรณะสัมปันโนNamaskar everyone. After this mantra in Pali called Itipiso, I feel very blissful, peaceful, and full of energy. Now we remember from Lord Krishna, even Vedavyasa, who composed this Bhagavad Gita. He wants us to understand there's three levels of life, or three levels of reality. This chanting iti piso, they talk about the first quality of Buddha, the transcendental, the reality of sunyata. And then the second part is the energy part, dharma. Dharma is the energy, the vibration, the dynamics. And the third part is the sangha, that means the manifestation or the form. So these three levels, karma yoga, vipassana or upasana yoga, and then jnana yoga. This is the same three levels came out into this one of the core teaching of Lord Buddha. Puttang saranang gacchami, dhammang saranang gacchami, sanghang saranang gacchami. It's different to us because we use the language, and it's different to us because we function on the level of intellect or the buddhi. So always some reason behind it. But in reality, before the buddhi, in Buddha, which is the light, which is the light means Shiva, the light means Ganesh, the light means Parvati. That's what Buddha is, that's where Shiva is, that's where Ganesh is, that's where Vishnu is, Brahma is. All this is just nothing but knowledge, of Veda. So in this Kali Yuga, it is very difficult to perceive these three in one. Three is Rishi, Devata and Chandas. These three, before manifest, it was reality from the level of unmanifest. When that unmanifest, we don't look in terms of three, we look in terms of one. When it's manifest, it's come from one, but we look in terms of three. It's just like you see this three finger, but it's come from one palm. Why don't you see the palm at the same time you see three finger? It's hand. Why you don't call hand? You'd see this, like that. So this is the reality of a perception. Life is based on the level of perception, and that perception based on the level of how the nervous system functions, sattva, raja, and tamas. Sattva, raja, and tamas. And this functioning of the three guna depends on consciousness, or the reflection of pure awareness. And when that consciousness is based on this three guna, then they cannot perceive absolute truth in totality. They cannot perceive celestial or unity level of life. They only perceive based on the history, based on what's been told, what's been recorded, what we can understand. And this life based on this understanding is life based on what people say, what the book said. And this is not good enough. We know. All this time humanity born, they know they want absolute truth. But how many people really wanted it? Our Guru, Guru Dev, Ram, his name is Ram. He's 9 years old. And then he said, no, I want to realize God. Nothing can stop me. He left school, he left home, and he searched for Guru. After 4 years, he found Guru. He stayed with his Guru, and he gained moksha from that Guru. And because he knew what life is all about, he knew why he's born to be a human being for. How many people in this world realize that? Few, only few. But today we are lucky because the last 60, 70 years now we have the experience of transcending. We call it self-referral, Atma referral. We experience daily that Atma Gyan daily, and then we imbibe the Gyan into our nervous system. This guna become less predominant. Nistray Gunya Pavajun. That's what Lord Krishna told Arjuna, chapter 2, 40, 45. Nistray Gun Pavajun. No guna. Go beyond the guna. That means you have to experience transcendent. When you transcend regularly, you become Ganesh, you become Buddha, you become Shiva, you become Vishnu, you become Brahma. This is how easy life can be transformed, just through different, simple, natural technique. And this technique is what we call Guru. This technique, find a person who can pass on this technique. In India, they call Pavati Dhyan. In America, Europe, Thailand, Europe and Asia, they call transcendental meditation. Thailand, I teach, but I call it Pavati, not Pavati, Paramat Samadhi. It's the name. I use this name because as a Buddhist can appreciate this. If I bring transcendental power meditation, the Buddhists, they will say no, because we don't heard of it. If I go and bring Pavati Dhyan, Buddhists say, what is Pavati Dhyan? It takes a long hours, a long days and months and years to explain, to make people accept it and understand it. So we try to use the local terminology where the Buddhists can understand. Anyway, today is the 10th day of Chaturthi, the day of Ganesh. I have very good, deep experience in meditation this morning. It is Sunday, it's a day of soul relaxation, and I have visitors coming to share some experience, many new things coming. But what surprised me is that I had a vision that I should install one murti here called Shyam Deva. Shyam is one of the highest name in our Vedic wisdom, Vedic mantra, and is associated with Vishnu, Shiva, or Buddha. The roop or the form has been created since 150 years during the King Rama IV in Thailand. So he's having a sword in his right hand and his left hand is like this. So we don't mind the form. We do mind his darshan. So I'm looking for murti about maybe 1 meter high, 50 centimeter width. I want to install them in my ashram in Chiang Mai. And daily I will do some Vishnu Sahasranam or even Purusha Suktam to invoke that quality of Lord Buddha, quality of Shyam Deva, quality of Lord Vishnu, lively, or Krishna lively in this atmosphere. Because after Buddha it was Ram who was incarnated. After Ram was Krishna was incarnated. After Krishna was Buddha was incarnated. So that quality of the absolute rulership or dharmic ruler is needed in the world today. And if we can initiate that quality of this rulership in this kingdom called Shyam Deva, it will be the best. And I hope that one day the government will see that and they will change the name of Thailand into Shyam Desh again. Because up until 85 years ago, this country was named Shyam Desh, Pratesayam. Only 85, 90 years back, they changed into Thailand. And after that Thailand, the quality of life has been different. So I want to see that quality of life is Deva life, life like a Devata, enliven again or revival again in this country. Well, this is politics, but it's not politics, it's spiritual. When I talk, it's spiritual because this is the fact. Anyway, now I want to thank India Thai community group, especially Vijay Kurma. He's the one who gave me the opportunity to talk on this channel. And he gave me that authority to be the admin. And I've seen so many people apply, and they don't say yes, I want to follow or agree to the rules. So I cannot say yes to them also. Please, when you apply, and if there's a question about you agree on the term and condition, and you just say yes, and I will be more than happy to approve your membership. We want more people to think the same and promote well-being of humanity through Ganesh, to Shiva, to Vishnu, to whoever Devata are you familiar with or you feel comfortable with, it's fine. My name is Buddhacharan, but I'm a Vedic scholar. So Buddha and Veda is no different. So when Veda is no different, Shiva is no different, Vishnu is no different. Ganesh, even Hanuman is not different. I wish that I want to spend more time talking with you, but now I want to spend a few more minutes touch base on how this knowledge come about, how the knowledge revive, and how it disappear, and go on and on like that. 5,000-6,000 years ago, you're familiar with Maharishi Veda Vyasa. He's the one who formulate or who restructure the system of Veda. And you see that the Kali Yuga is growing strong. The ruler in the world become less and less righteous. They corrupt, in other words. So he wanted to remind the ruler how to rule, how to be with the ruler and be with the rule. What is the nature or duty of the ruler? What is Dharma, Raja Dharma? So he talked about life. When we talk about life, we talk about silent and dynamics. How silent and dynamics talk to each other. Silent means Dharmic means pure being. Dynamic means expression of the pure being. When before, it's just like the hollowness in the seed. Within that hollowness, there are two qualities. One is memories, smriti, and one is shruti, which is the structure of the sound, how to create. The moment you put the seed on the ground, it remembers its nature, its duty. Dharma is vibrating, dharma is lively. That dharma is like Arjuna. But before dharma is lively, there's Krishna is there. There's the knowledge, the Veda, like that. So there's smriti and the shruti, where in the Purana, in the emptiness of the seed, before time and space. Only happening when environment is promoting. That means the seed have to be in the ground, proper ground, like that. So when you see it like this, we can understand when we heard about dharma, when we heard about ruler, being ruled, how to create, who create all these things. Anyway, Lord Vyasa, he sees that this mango tree that came out was not happy tree. This is the world. And the gardener, who's the ruler of this tree, doesn't know how to deal with this tree. So he's corrupted. So when the ruler is corrupt, the righteousness in the world become less and less and less. So 5,000 years back, he said, now we create a direction, or the impulse how life should be. Lord Krishna came. When Lord Krishna put back together what is the missing elements in life. That's why the conversation between Lord Krishna and Arjuna going on. And this is today known as the philosophy of yoga. Yoga is nothing but Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is complete wisdom about life, about how yoga or unity, which is Krishna, talking to Arjuna, which is the dynamics in that emptiness. That's what yoga is. Unity and diversity. Unity and diversity. Emptiness in the tree and the whole full-grown tree, like that. And this has been going on for at least few thousand years, and then it lost again. The righteous lifestyle and the ruler, the duty ruler and the rule is not being connected again. And that's why Lord Buddha came 2,600 years ago to revive the whole knowledge, to put humanity back to where it's supposed to be. And his knowledge has been working, according to the history, only 50 years. And then the whole knowledge has been upside down. That's why they have to come back and discuss about what is the right teaching, what is the right experience. Based on the mistake, they cannot put this back together in one whole piece. They only have hope that this is it. And today, after 260 years, you see that 2,600 years, you see that the life of Lord Buddha, experience, the quality of Buddha is not being seen in the follower. It shows that some mistake or some lacking of understanding, some misunderstanding, and all these things is going on. So up until about 60, 70 years, as I told you, Maharishi came, and then Maharishi give us before he teaches all this, he give us the experience. He give a word, the mantra, and then we transcend. After 10, 20 years, then he started to talk about what is right and wrong, what is Veda, what is... in 1970, he do this Bhagavad Gita commentary, only from 1 chapter to 6. There are 18 chapters, but he only focused on the 6 because the 6 is what the world today can appreciate. After 6, the world will not be able to appreciate fully, and they will take it as what they can do, and they will make a muddle out of it again. So he protects the world not to go overboard. Just understand this part. And this chapter 2, Yoga Sakrukamani, and this very important 48, and then Nishray Gunyo Pavajun 45. This is very important key word, teaching of the Lord Krishna. And from this much you see the totality of what is being missing in the world, what it needs to be done. And He structured in such a way that we as a student or the seeker prepare for the future of the world for the next 10,000 years. So this is a very great vision, even though some of you might not heard of what Maharishi Mahesh Yogi is, but we spent 30, 40 years around him, listen to him. Even today we listen to him, we see that what life can be transformed in the world for perfection. Like what Veda Vyasa written down in the Bhagavad Gita. After chapter 7 is about what is God realization, how the ruler can rule. Remember, this Bhagavad Gita came in the battlefield, Mahabharata field, when Bhishma is about going out of his breath. Krishna told Dharmaraj, the elder brother of Arjuna, go and find out what is the duty of Raja or the king. How should he rule? What's his right and wrong? All these things came out in terms of today known as Vishnu Sahasrana, 1,000 name of Lord Vishnu. That's tell the story about what is the Raja Dharma, the duty of the Raja, and what is the duty of the follower, the student, what is the duty of life, all these things. So Vishnu Sahasranam is part of a very strong commitment of the Hindu community. And I want to remind everyone who listens to this program or this talk or the part of this Thai-India community, remember that if you want to be perfect, you want to know what is right and what is wrong, Vishnu Sahasranam is the key. Go and read, every day read. 1,000 name of Vishnu, that means 1,000 petals, lotus petal in the brain is lively, waking up by reading it is waking up. When it wakes up, it remembers its own nature. The smriti or memories of its own nature's function. When the total brain function as such, then human being, that 1,000 names function in one name, that's Vishnu. That's easy there. This is the highest education that all school in the world should learn how to introduce this into the classroom. Vishnu Sahasranam. In India, I see people are learning, but some of them they're neglecting because they have not have been told properly what's important of this 1,000 names, that means 1,000 lotus petals that structure the whole brain physiology. And when that name or that sound is being introduced properly, it becomes lively. And the whole brain become one. And then the whole brain become one, then the whole brain and the cosmic brain is one. One single brain become a cosmic brain. That's what Vishnu is. That's what Vishnu is named as Mahapurush. So the deeper are the mantra called Purushoktam, which is Veda. We don't introduce this to everyone, but Vishnu Sahasranam, everyone can use it. I wish you all happy and learn Vishnu Sahasranam. Hopefully I will come to you once in a while and enjoy talking to you. Jai Gurudev, Jai Maharishi, Jai Gurudev, Jai Lord Vishnu, Jai Lord Krishna, Jai Ganesha. Bless the whole world with peace, health and longevity. Jai Gurudev. Sunil came and few other came. I appreciate their watching this.